friends, how are you? Long time no see. I just wrapped up a very difficult project, another difficult project. So this time we filmed a story that's quite sad and depressing, lots of crying in the story. I think my team did a really good job, so I will be working on the post-production of that project next year in January. As of now, I'm on my holiday break. So today I'm going to do a reset on everything, because every time when I'm working on a new miniseries, especially during the filming period, as you might already know, we tend to work 12 hours a day, sometimes plus all the drivings and the prepping after I come back home. So it's a lot of work, and with the amount of stress and burnout during the entire filmmaking process, I tend to get really messy. My room is a mess right now, and my desktop is filled with different things. I'm not a super organized person, and I try my best. I love to watch desk setup videos, organizing videos, things like that, but it's really hard for me, my personality, to keep up with it. Today I thought maybe I should just take you along with me to kind of chat with you a little bit as a life update, and also why not to doing chores together. New Year's coming, maybe you can put my video on the side and also organizing your desk together as well. So it's like, I don't know, a desk room organizing date. So I'm going to film everything on my mini camera today. Everything will look a little bit distorted because my camera is officially broken. Remember, I had the focus issue. Now my camera is sent back to the factory to see what's going on and if they can fix it. And now I'm just using my little mini DJI camera. It's a little gimbal to film everything, so I hope it sounds good. I got my morning coffee here. By the way, I think this camera sometimes also have a focus issue as well. And this is my messy desk. I got a lot of stickers and stuff. I didn't organize all my stickers and tabs. And then yesterday I fixed my printer. It's been broken, and this is how messy it is right now. I got a lot of boxes here, down there. It's all keyboard boxes. This is my little dog blanket. And by the way, I got a new chair. It's a Herman Miller, very expensive. It's the Herman Miller Embody gaming chair, ADHD side tracking. So I got this chair with a big discount, 30% off, and it was like a quick decision during Black Friday because I broke my back. I don't know if I mentioned that to you. I'm having, what do you call the thing? Like a spine disc, kind of a sort of type of infection. A lot of people have it if you have a lot of sitting by the desk work. And then basically I have that condition, and then last project I was filming a project that's in a high school with 25 actors, and it was crazy. We're in this big field, and I was just screaming out of my lungs a lot because nobody can hear me because how crowded it was. And after that day, my back hurt. I had very difficult time to stand and sit, pretty much, except if I'm lying down I'm fine, but when I get up I barely can walk. So I went to a chiropractor, and I talked to the doctors, and after I sort of recover from that, I hurt my back twice just from simply picking up something on the floor, like a piece of paper. So it was very serious. And my last chair, it was just a regular, not ergonomic, kind of lunging type of chair, and it's really bad for my back. Basically, my spine is a little curving right now and infected. So it's very important for me to get a healthy chair. I think it's an investment, so I decided to get this expensive chair. Anyway, so that's my chair update. I'm very sorry. I remember I promised you a desk setup video, and now my desk is all messy. I haven't done that video yet. I will be sure, try my best to find a time to do it soon. I'm just keeping adding stuff on my desk. But let me show you how messy my room is right now. Papers, scissors, and random objects I have to go through. And my backpacks. My bag, backpack, my pouch. And I have a lot of boxes need to get rid of because it's holiday season. I bought a lot of stuff for other people as a gift. Anyway, so today what I'm gonna do is put all those boxes away and reorganize the room, deal with all the trashes, and also I'm thinking about setting up my next year's journal. I have been doing quite well with my journaling. I think with my very busy working schedule now, the only thing with my very busy working schedule, the only thing I can keep up with is my journal, and I'm very proud of that. Any page I open, it's going to be a very cute journal, and I'm planning on doing a journal flip through as well with you. Yeah, so one more update, almost forgot to share with you. I got a puppy. So during the pre-production, I got a puppy, and it was somebody else's puppy. Wait a second, let me just bring the puppy here. Okay, it's right here. Luna, okay, so this is my puppy. Oh, she's only, I don't know, 4 months. She's too excited. She was just having Zoomy. Anyway, guys, I think she's a American Pit Bull. So a guy had his friend's Pit Bull stay at his house, where he also has a Pit Bull, and the dog only stayed for one night. And turns out the dog got pregnant and had 10 puppies. So Luna just right at the right time for adoption. Okay, she wanted to zoom me. I'm scared. She is going crazy right now. Okay, Luna, down. Good girl. Luna's really smart. Luna, come here. Say hi to everybody. We're having some zoomy here right now. Okay, I put Luna away. Now you know what I'm dealing with. She is just a puppy, and then that make me feel good, but also I'm very anxious because I've never had a dog from puppy, and I feel very responsible to teach Luna well so that she won't be too excited when she's not supposed to, and be a nice puppy in the public. Basically, I want to make sure when I want her calm down, she can understand that and then calm down in a public setting, so she doesn't go too excited and end up injured any other dog or people. That's pretty much the thing that I'm concerned the most in terms of having a dog. Of course, having cats, I wouldn't worry those issues because cats are indoors. If they ever hurt anybody, it was just me, they will just scratch me. And usually when they scratch you, it's an accident. It's not like they do it on purpose. But having Luna, it's almost feel like a little baby. It's feeling like it's a much work than having a cat. I don't know, or maybe it's just because I've had so many different kittens and I know cats so well. I'm a cat lady, so it's much easier for me naturally to deal with cats than dogs. So now what I'm going to do is starting to organize the desk a little bit, and let's go start doing that together. Alright, sort of organized a little bit, got rid of a lot of stuff. Let me sit down for a second. I'm tired. Still have a lot of stuff. I don't know why I have so many stuff. Look at my bookshelf. It's all filled with things. But right now I'm sort of organized. Let me show you. I don't have the best solution for all my stationery setup yet because I love those little drawers that I have here. They're very convenient. Like I have those drawers of stickers and stamps and stuff, but I also have other extra stuff kind of a little bit in the way right now. Every time when I open the drawer I have to remove those stuff. The drawers down there. This is a little seat that I put on top of my old chair to help my back keep straight so I don't hurt myself, but it's not the best solution. Now I have the best chair in the world. I don't really worry. I don't really need to use that. So maybe I'll move this little chair thing into the office next year. When I move into the office. So our studio have different locations in the world, in Shenzhen, in Beijing, and as well as in the Bay Area, Sunvale. This year, last month, they just opened a Los Angeles location, so I might have to work at the office every now and then, which is not ideal solution because it's creative work. Working in the office is not isolating enough. It's quite distracting, but we'll see. I'm going to see how it goes. So I'm going to move some of my stuff to the office for sure. Poopy's right here. Poopy, you want to say hi? Look at your face. Can't even see your eyes. So cute. I kept my notebook, my iPads right here, and I'm charging my other iPad and my tablet, my notebook tablet right now because I'm going to use it later taking my French class. I have this coaster, but it's made out of clay, and it absorbs all the coffees. I can't wash them off, which kind of sucks. And I have this cart that I purchased specifically for my bags because I use different bags. Sometimes if I bring heavy laptop, I like to use my backpack, big backpack, laptop backpack. And then this one is that when I'm going out, only need my mini iPad and my planner. This one is like a quick shopping trip or something like that, that I know I'm not gonna bring anything, just my wallet, phone, not even tablet or planner. And then this is the backpack. It's like a tote bag that from Barnes & Noble. I usually bring this when I bring a lot of like a planning stuff, like my planner and books, go on coffee shop trip. I'm pretty much alter between all the backpacks, so I might as well just keep them all here. And I have lots of box hiding in there. I need a solution for that. Sometimes I'm having difficult time to throw box away, because I'm like, one day I'll sell something and I'll need the box, but maybe the best thing is just to throw them away. Anyway, my bookcase is a mess. It's very full. Especially I have all those keyboards that they are just hanging around in a random place. So today I'm also going to set up another shelf like this for my keyboard storage as well. I don't know if I showed this keyboard, but it's one of my favorite. I made it myself. I find this case, so I find a PCB, and then it's a silent switch. Anyway, it's one of my favorite. It doesn't have battery though, so you have to use it with USB-C keyboard. It's a cute keyboard. And my other favorite keyboard, this one is super heavy. It's from Tofu Love. Tofu is very active in the keyboard community, and he made this keyboard, and then we share same family name, Yang. And I saw his keyboard at the keyboard convention with the family name on it, so I immediately asked him if I can buy one from you, and then he just happened to have, it's too heavy, I can't hold it anymore. Ow! Oh my god, it's basically a piece of metal. Anyway, so it has this family name on there. He just happened to have this prototype. It's a purple prototype, so I bought this like colorful rainbow key caps and then set up this entire keyboard myself. And this is my Lego keyboard that it's completely assembled with Legos. And this is my typewriter keyboard. It's very loud, it's very comfortable, but it's really loud. It's QWERTY. It was on my bucket list for a few years, and eventually I got it. And my wood keyboard that I got from China. I got the keyboard from China and I assembled it myself. This case has some factory defect, so it was really cheap. Now going to rearrange my bookcase so that I have more space for my keyboard. I just went to check some emails, and I took my cats to do a health check a couple days ago, and then Booger's urine test just coming back, and it looks like there is some problem in his urine. He has some protein loss, so I might have to do more specific tests on his urine to figure out what's going on. It's a little bit stressful because it's a Booger, and you guys know Booger's always been my writing buddy. Every time when I feel like I can't keep doing what I'm doing, I feel I don't have motivation, or I'm feeling like I gave up, Booger's always there for me. He liked to write with me, sitting on my lap. And Booger's also having I don't remember the term, but a teeth problem, so he have to get 2 of his teeth removed, and I scheduled a surgery for him next year. on the January 2nd, and has been giving me a lot of anxiety and stress. I don't know if you know this or if I've talked to you about this, maybe not, but in 2018, Booger's brother Gary, he had a severe like urethra problem that required a surgery, and we took him in, got the surgery done. It was done really well, recovered really well, and I was pretty much bonded with Gary, and I can see Gary feel safe around me. During that process, I pretty much just slept by him every single day and then take care of his surgery wound, things like that. And by the day we took Gary to do stitch removal, there was a very bad mistake that doctor made, that they told us they're not gonna use any anesthesia, but they did. And Gary was not ready for that. He already had a breakfast right before went in to get his stitch removal, so he passed away through anesthesia medical mistakes. I still not really get over that because it was just a simple stitch removal, and then I thought it was a very terrible experience. So now I'm very stressed about anything related to anesthesia, and take Booger in to do the surgery. But if I don't do the surgery, Booger's teeth is going to be in severe pain. I did some research. It sounds like it's going to be really, really, really painful. So it has to be done, and I'm terrified. And now there's more problem in his urine protein. So I hope he's fine. I don't really like this. It's just, he's only 8 years old. So fingers crossed everything's gonna be okay. Okay, so anyway, back to normal topic. I'm going to organize my bookshelf so I have some space for my keywords. My plan right now is that I think I'm going to get rid of some of the books. I'm gonna pack them in a box, and I'm going to try to sell them. And if selling them doesn't work, then I'll donate them. Especially some of the book, it's not even mine. My friend who has left the US left a lot of books, so I peek through her book, kind of kept some of the book for myself. But ultimately, it's just too much stuff in the house, so I'm thinking about getting rid of them. Anyway, let's do this. Alright, I got the box here, and let's see. Let's sort through some book that I didn't want anymore. Take them out for now. Okay, let's sort through this stack. One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest, and Catch-22. I'm gonna sell this one too. Liveliest Art. It's about filmmaking. Let's see. It's funny, I got this what do you call this thing? Nail polish. Can you see it? Can you even see those nail polish right here? Those nail polish, they are from the set. It was a prop. It was just a part of the decoration because I was making young adult film, and for the kids' room, the girls' room, there was this like a rainbow set of nail polish, and I took home after wrap wrap up the project. Anyway, I thought it's cute, so I kept it. So I got those dish rack for my keyboard, for holding keyboard. So I'm using the dish rack. I take out the bottom part so it's not tilting like this, and then I'm using this kind of thing, a little cushion, tape onto the bottom of it, and then that's also help prevent keyboard sliding on the rack. I'm gonna start getting a little bit hungry, so when I finish this, I'm going to go eat my lunch. Next step I'm going to do is to add more cushions like right here, because the keyboard, if the keyboard is slide down, let me show you. Some of the keyboard, if they slide like this, I don't know if you can tell, like my space key is going to get pushed. So I needed something to stop it sliding down like this. And then the best solution is this. So this is what I meant. Let me show you. Now I want to put keyboards on here. It's stopped by this. It's stopped by this cushion instead of like right up against this and push my keys. I hope that makes sense. Okay, it's all set. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, now all my keyboard has a home. Let me show you. So those are my membrane keyboard and the low profile keyboards and scissor lift keyboard. So anyway, it's for all the keyboards that's a little bit thin. This is a temporary solution. I need eventually a much better solution than that. All my regular mechanical keyboards is going to be right here, except one. That one is going to the office. The only problem right now putting it here is collecting dust. That's not what I like. I might actually have one more keyboard on the way, and that one is on my bucket list for a long time, and I never be able to get that keyboard because how popular it is. Every time when they drop the keyboard as a quick flash sale, it will sold out really fast. I never be able to get one, and then this time I finally got one. So I'm going to build that keyboard, and I think I'm gonna try. My New Year's resolution is I'm going to stop buying so many things. I'm gonna try my best not to buy a keyboard for another 6 months. This is a rabbit hole. I don't know how I got into it, and it became very addictive, and I don't think it's really good for me. I mean, it's good to have a hobby. Building keyboard is fun, but at the same time, I think I would rather spend the time and the money on, you know, like making scrapbook and journal, stuff like that as my hobby, which I have been doing. It definitely helped a lot about my keyboard problem. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get some lunch, and I'll be back soon.
I mean, that's why when I look at that, I'm like, well, you know, what does it really mean? What's the test going to tell us? And then what are we going to do?
Alright, I'm back from my lunch, and I'm gonna keep going on my organizing. Lights on, so cozy. So I'm going to quickly go through all the books on the shelf to see if there's anything I want to get rid of right now. So one thing I've noticed that I have too many books that are on my bookshelf that I haven't read, and I've been keeping buying books. So I just made my mind that I'm not going to purchase any books until I finish reading 10 books. Also, I'm not going to buy any keyboards for another 6 months. This is going to be a challenge I'm gonna do. So it doesn't really matter what the size of the book is, but if I haven't read 10 books, I'm not going to purchase any new books. Some of the book on my shelf, it's not even mine. I need to sort of figure that out to kind of give the book back to my friends. Like this one, it's from Lindsay. She lent me this book because she was highly recommended. But while I was still reading the book, she left the workplace, so this book has been sitting on my bookshelf. I never gave it back to her. Look, I found those old Polaroids when I was still working at a coffee shop. Oh, I was so young back then. I think this section are all books for filmmaking and writing. There's new chairs. So probably not able to get rid of any of them. This section up here is mostly novels. It's very dusty too. Let me do it right there. Maybe one of the books I could give away is Alicia Keys. I would get rid of The Sound of Flowers, this one, but I don't think anybody want to buy it because I already marked so many notes in it. Maybe I'll get rid of this one too because it's a large print edition. And I'm gonna move this over here. That's some progress right there. And now let's come to this section. These are all the self-help of my investment book. I have two different books. I wonder what's this. Complete Guide to Money. Not sure what's this. Total Money Makeover. This book has been super helpful for me. I had no knowledge whatsoever about money, and then this one really helped me that I think this book is the reason that I save a lot of savings and then I don't have any debts. I even saved a lot of savings while I was working at a coffee shop. Basically, I prioritize saving. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. That's crazy. I read this one. I believe it was a dystopian. See, I don't even remember. I think it was that dystopian story about the kid has been looking for his mom. I have 2 mirror folios. Everything is figure-outable. So I'll keep the copy that I've read. I'm gonna get rid of one of the copy of Everything's Figure-outable because I don't need 2 of them. I also have this copy of Think and Grow Rich. I already have another copy that's marked with notation, so this one is clean and new. I might as well just give it away. This one too. So what I use to sell or buy secondhand book is this app called Pango Book. You probably already know, so let me show you this way. Pango Book, and it can easily sell or buy books. So let's do a couple of books together. You automatically find all the informations for this book set up by selecting all the categories and stuff. Fiction, to see classics. Well, anyway, this is how you listing all the books. So I'm going to go ahead and list all my books, and I'll be right back. Alright, so it looks like my Pango book is acting up. I don't know why I couldn't go into my account, and they just keep doing this. I don't know if you can see. It just keep loading and it's not really doing anything. So I'm thinking about go on thrift books to see how they pricing secondhand book, and if they are going to buy secondhand books, if they are interested in my books. So let's go ahead and do that. And also I find this girl, her name is Jazz Jane. This is one of my favorite YouTube music jazz kind of channel to watch now. Definitely check her out, she's great. So now I'm gonna go online to check out if thrift books would buy my books. I often buy books from thrift books, especially books that I couldn't find a certain kind of copy that I would like to get from Europe. I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of paperbacks looks much nicer when it's a European edition. So I like to go on thrift books to try to find those rare copies that I don't have access to in the US. So it looks like I can totally get the book, getting it scanned with my phone. So I'm gonna try that. I need to hurry up because I'm going to do a fire and ice therapy a little bit later. It's for my anxiety. It's basically dump yourself in the ice water for a couple minutes and then go to dry hot sauna for another 10 minutes and then go back into the ice water and just alter the temperature in your body environment in order to heal your anxiety. So I'm having an appointment in about an hour. I'm going to just check this out real quick and then go to that appointment. Okay, I got the thrift book app on my phone. Okay, they don't want to buy this one because they already have a lot of it in stock. Okay, they would buy this for $1. They would buy this one for $2. Okay, so I'm roughly getting the idea. It's gonna be just $1 or $2 on all those books. Maybe I'll just donate the book to a local bookstore. There's a lot of secondhand bookstore nearby. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm going to go ahead, get ready to go to the therapy. Hello, I got home. Wow, my hair is a mess. I tried the therapy for the first time today. It's basically a bucket of icy water and then you go in there for as long as you can. I only last about a minute in there and then you came out and then go into a dried sauna room, and when the body calms down you went back into the ice tub again. So back and forth doing that. I find it's most satisfying and comfortable when I dip my head into that ice water for a little bit. and come out, I can feel entire face is burning. It's quite weird sensation after I came out of the therapy place and walking on the street. I find myself feel a weird feeling on my skin, and all my sense is enlarged, like it's very sensitive, almost like I'm forced to be very, very present, or naturally feel like I'm very, very present in that moment. So when I find out this therapy, I immediately decided to give it a try, because my mental health has gone downhill. I think I'm trying my best to manage it. I picked up a lot of practice, journal practice, meditation practice, and then books I read, all of those coping skills that I acquired for the past few years to keep myself sane. Since I started this new job, the amount of pressure I'm experiencing constantly, I think constantly is the problem. So the amount of pressure I'm experiencing is one of the most intense pressure that I have had. It's worse than when I work at other places, because I'm constantly being pushed or feeling being chased by time, and also feeling being held accountable for quality. And then because it's a filmmaking, so I also subconsciously held myself accountable, like I want to achieve certain things, because when my creativity comes, I want to achieve certain things within impossible limited amount of time. Actually, my last project that's finished is going to come up. It's going to be released in December 28th. I'll be sure to drop trailer there, and if you see that film, you'll know what I meant by enormous amount of pressure. We accomplished the things in 11 days. That's typically not possible to accomplish. I'm looking at the trailer and think about other things that even today I'm thinking back, I don't really know how we did it. I think one of the biggest thing is, since this job, I started experiencing a kind of anxiety, especially at the nighttime, that I started developing intense fear of dying, intense fear of everything's too late, and start having fears of thinking about my parents, people I knew, what they're doing, as if I'm gonna be die soon, that I don't have chance to talk to them, to achieve certain things, career-wise or life relationship-wise. It's really hard to explain, but later I realized what I've developed. It's a type of anxiety. People call it chronophobia, especially fear of time. It's more fear of time missing. So generally what it feels like is there are days when I'm having severe anxiety attack, when there's absolutely nothing happening. For example, like a weekend, I don't need to work, I don't really have much task, but I'm constantly feeling that I'm chased by something, like I need to rush to go somewhere to get something done. Even maybe I'm just going to restaurant to relax, but I feel I have the need to rush into the restaurant, get it done so I can go home. And there's a constant calculation in my head of how many more things I need to do. But I think the feeling of being chased after by time is the strongest indication of I'm experiencing my anxiety attack. I hope that makes sense. It hasn't been very easy for me mentally for this job, because we're making things one after another. I'm constantly feeling Monday through Friday. I'm constantly rush through all the tasks and then go ahead and start filming things without even feeling I'm fully prepared. And so that caused a lot of burnout. And then throughout the burnout, every time when I have a day off or weekend off, or between projects I have my week off, the after effect of the burnout usually come more like a depression, because I think my brain is constantly fueled on journaling. Like everything I'm trying to finish is fueled by the journaling. It's pressure, it's stress hormones in my head. And the moment when things done, if I have a couple of days off, you still constantly feel like you need to do something. You've been chased by something, but there's nothing to do. And then the emptiness, the missing of the stress hormone in my mind start causing me feel empty and depressed. When I was making the very first few projects, I wasn't really aware of this, so I was pretty depressed between the project, to be honest. Even though I really, really like the job itself, like when I'm working on set, I'm really enjoy directing it. When I see each film release, I felt very accomplished. So after that, when I realized that's the pattern that my mind's going through, the stress hormone pattern to depressed pattern, and constantly feel fear of time, I start apply a lot of things I learned. Basically, detach myself from social media, definitely not numbing myself with social media, and then force myself to journal even during the time I'm on set. So I try my best to keep up with my journal, and it has been working. I try to keep up with my journal while I'm working on set, meaning like I'm working plus driving for 14 hours a day. I came home and I'm prepping for the next day, and I've still managed to do my journal. I think that's tremendously helped. So my journal now, instead of filled with interesting or inspiring content, a lot of time become my word vomit space. Basically complain about all the stress that I'm having or experiencing, and that has been really helpful. Besides that, I'm constantly practicing meditation, actively slowing down while I'm doing things. Just things I learned throughout the last few years. So usually just the first couple of days after a project's finished, I get the experience of missing my brain hormone, whatever that is, that I get a little bit depressed, and I pick myself back up fairly quick. And then I'm aware if I couldn't pick myself back up, I'll just allow myself to relax. But my way of relaxing is definitely not going to be scrolling on social media. My way of relaxing is to do things that might be in the moment I don't really want to do, like go on hiking, go out a little bit, walk with Luna, or do more journal, or listen to really slow music and then read a book, things like that. Things that would be the last thing I feel like to do when I'm burned out, but I know they are very helpful, and usually they can get me back on track fairly quick. Yesterday I was in a very, very bad state. What I've done is my husband and I went to walk Luna, go out in the mountain, hike a little bit, and then that didn't really help. And what I asked my husband was to drop me off at a local bookstore, which is a little far from our house. I really felt I need that a few hours to be connected to the world, to the society, but also at the same time left alone. So I just browsing around in the bookstore and then find a coffee shop and then journal for an hour, and I went back to the bookstore and spent another half hour there, and then all of a sudden my mood felt much better. So I don't know, I'm just rambling and complaining about everything, but yeah, don't worry about me. I hope this doesn't bore you, but I thought it might be interesting to share with you about my current state, because a lot of people they have their dream job, they want to be a filmmaker, and then they become a full-time filmmaker, and as if everything's glamorous. I just want to be transparent about the downside of having a job like this and then the stress I'm experiencing. I'm sure there are other filmmaking jobs might be easier. I don't want to speak for other people, but I'm still very grateful that at least for now I get to make a film, a miniseries back to back, and have been trying a lot of different genre, working with different type of conditions, different amount of characters, different ages of the character. The youngest one I've worked with is 4 now, so it's a lot of different things I get to try and get paid for, even though it's stressful. But I think growth-wise as a filmmaker, to me is tremendously helpful. I think if growth-wise as a human being, it's also very helpful because I'm actively learning about stress management under a high-pressure environment now. So hopefully I'm getting more and more better at this, at least for the last 3 months. I think 3 months or almost 4 months I've been journaling daily. Almost, I think I missed 2 days, but I've been journaling daily under this high stress environment. I wouldn't be able to do that in the past. So now I'm going to start adding on other habits of reading, stuff like that. Hopefully I can stick to it and then get better at it. Anyway, a lot of chit chat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cook some dinner, and I'm thinking about watching the movie Soul from Pixar again, because I'm still in the process of recovering myself from the project I just finished. The movie Soul kept coming to my mind. I love that movie. It felt the movie is written by Eckhart Tolle. I don't know if you felt that way. If you watch my videos a few years back, you probably already know Eckhart Tolle is one of my favorite person on earth. He's literally my favorite person on earth. I feel Soul is a movie that's so rare that you see a movie that is teaching you exact thing that Eckhart is teaching, which is being present and live in the now. Every time I'm thinking about the movie, it brings me some sense of calmness. I'm planning on eat dinner and then watching Soul, and I know that's gonna make me feel much better. I'll be back checking with you when I'm doing my evening journal later. Oma!
I was born to play. How do you know what I mean? Right, Con?
I'm 12.
Hello guys, I'm done watching the movie and eating dinner, and now I'm back to start writing my journal today. So this is what I do. I go through my pictures and then put them on my page app and then print them in order to have pictures put it in my journal. And I usually do this every other day, or sometimes I do it once a day, depends on how many pictures I have. That's how I have a lot of things to put in my my journal like that. Sometimes I'm printing things that I feel that's inspiring me, and sometimes I just print things that's happening in the day. Also, the printer I'm using is this one. It's Epson's ET. It's Epson's ET 4800, and then this printer it use refilled ink. It's not cartridgey. It's like a bottle ink, and then you filling into it. And then this thing, it doesn't take that much of ink. I don't know, or the ink is not that expensive. And also, I got this thing for 1.5 years now, and I haven't really buy any ink yet. Yeah, so it's really handy. Next thing I'm gonna do is to cut out all my things. And I'm gonna put this Luna's picture into yesterday's spot, because sometimes I don't want to print a second time, so I leave a space to put in the picture. I have my glue in my pouch right now, because yesterday I was a journal in the coffee shop. Alright, so I'm using this pen shaped glue. You basically draw a very light color and with the blue, so you know where you put a glue on, and it's more convenient that way. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'll just draw a line. Let me see. You just roughly know where you're going to put the paper, and then you draw the shape of the paper, roughly the size. And now this area is all gluey, is that the word? And I just need to put the paper on there. Yep. And then now it's done. Today's journal is complete. So enjoy doing this every single day. Today was pretty simple because I have a lot of pictures, so I didn't write much. So when I start journaling daily and then gradually become a habit, sometimes one page is not enough to write. Like today, I feel a lot of things I'm not expressing myself enough yet, and I already ran out of my space. But still, it's really nice to kind of brain dumping everything onto a paper, and in that way I can feel much clearer in my head, and then mentally feel much better. But anyway, I'm about to go into bed. It's past 10 p.m. already. Time fly guys, and holiday is coming. I'm still having a few more days of a break before I go back to work, so I'm going to take advantage of the time to do more of organizing, cleaning, reading books, journaling, watching movie, things like that, to really help me recover my creativity. I think nothing is worse than losing your creativity, which I need to constantly help my brain out a little bit to always have the awareness of where my creativity at. I want to thank you for being here with me for those years, and if you're new here, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and I will see you soon. Be patient, be present, stay creative. Bye.